So my name is Micah Emerson. I am a writer and have been for a really long time. It's probably since I was 5. I wrote my first play then, and we got to perform it for the PTA. And I'm a filmmaker, and I've made over 5 films. Just really love what it takes to put a story into the hands of an audience. My parents are super creative, and like my dad was in plays, my mom was a writer. She's a fantastic writer, and I think they just opened the door. They just opened the door to allow me to express myself creatively. And so, in terms of inspiration, I was inspired by everything around me. I would write plays and little skits about my day at school, or I think I mentioned earlier about I wrote a play when I was 5, and it was literally the days of the week. We just said the days of the week and how much we liked them, and I just enjoyed writing about things like that. So that's probably what inspired me. So Flower is a short film about what it means to matter. And I wrote it with Jesse Kepke, who is a brilliant writer, storyteller, editor. And essentially, we wanted to tell a story about what it means to matter. And we wanted to use the issue of abortion in a sort of non-traditional way. I think often people, when you hear about abortion, it's either a necessary evil, or it's the woman's right, or it's the worst thing in the world. And we wanted to take that idea and go, well, what's the root cause behind abortion? Why are people getting abortions? And I think one of the reasons is that they don't realize that they matter. And so if we can get them to realize that they matter, then whatever is growing inside of them, however inconvenient this child will be, they know that this child matters. And so that's a little bit about Flower. Directing Flower with Jesse was terrifying. I hadn't had any real experience directing. I had no experience directing film at all, and Jesse had a lot more experience than I did, but we were doing this together, and so for me, I mostly just didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to get to the end of our shoot and go, we forgot 4 scenes, and so it helped me be a little bit more vigilant about pre-production. So that harnessing that just nervous energy helped me to be a lot more organized, and we actually had a lot of fun on the set. It was way more fun than I expected, and we ended up really just wanting to make our crew and our cast comfortable because they were really helping us. We had the story that we wanted to put onto the screen, and we could not have done it without all of them. I mean, there were probably, I don't know, 30 people or 40 people that helped in some capacity to make this film. So yes, I was terrified, but I was actually a lot more hemmed in and hedged in because of all the people that were there and all the help that they were giving. I love people watching, and I think that is a lot of my inspiration for the things that I write and the things that I create. I love going to the museum. I could spend hours there. I probably go to the local museum here maybe 3 to 5 times a month, and it feels like home there. I'm inspired just by real life, very much so, about the stories that people tell me, the interactions I have. One in particular, there were these women who were at the museum, and they were having a conversation, and so I wrote a little short film about what would happen if that conversation was more like one-on-one instead of in a big group. And so I hope to probably shoot that, but what inspires me is just real life.